Hey YouTube, thought I'd show you my success so far, accomplishments. I think I already showed you the board that I built. I have my 2 units all plumbed in. This is my main reservoir for my mix, and it's my 1 bubbler. But I did some rewiring. I ran it's 6 gauge wire up for my mains to these 2 buses, and I tapped off of the buses. I wired in 2 toggle switches. So I flipped them on. It's one for each unit. I got these are going to go to my other 2 units that are going to sit over here, same as this side. But you can see my production in there. And the nice thing, I got this wired directly in. It's an old meter I got from my dad. You can see the bottom here. Right now I have it on amperage. It's pulling almost 30 amps. And then I can flip it to volts. And you can read that it's just a hair over 12 volts. Right there's the voltage. So the nice thing about it is when I get my engine running, I can actually, it's got a tachometer built into it too, so it's a pretty handy unit. Yeah, I'm running what, almost 30 amps. I flipped this other one on. And I got them both going now. Pulling about 45 amps. 45 amps at 12 volts. I do not know what my production is. I have not checked it since I redid the whole thing. I can tell you my wires are not getting hot anymore. I redid my configuration. I use screws. I don't have any problems thus far with any heat. These ones get a little bit warm, but as far as the units themselves, I've only got number 12 wire on there. And this one is getting a little bit warm. I must have a loose connection because the other one's like cold. So anyway, that's my whole deal. I rewired it, got the meter hooked up, got this jumpers. I got jumper cables so I can hook my Jeep. They go through the wall. So I hook my Jeep up to the batteries, and with the jumper cable, so I can get a true reading on what I'm going to get when I put the alternator on my engine. I did have the engine running again today. Runs really good. I still need my faithful balloon up there because I need to build more units. But another thing that I had built today, I built my new bubbler. It's mounted on a dog food dish, which is actually kind of cool. The dog food dish comes with these 4 things on there. I just tie strapped it on there, drilled a couple holes in it. But and this one, this is my out. My in for the gas goes in the top, and it's got a tube goes down to the bottom. And I got one of them center bronze filters in there also. And what I did on the side here was I tapped it in with a T, and then I ran this is just a blank line. It comes down, but it collects water. It does work. I don't know how well, not very. I'm sure there's better things, but what I did was I slipped a sandwich bag over the end of this, and then I slipped this hose, bigger hose, right over the hose. So there's a sandwich bag inside there. So if it ever did get through the water and blow back, which is probably never going to happen, it has another pressure relief right there before it goes all the way up my line to the top of this one, where it has another pressure relief, but at that point it would blow up my balloon. So if I wanted to blow my balloon up right now, I just turn my valve on and it'll start blowing up right away. And then this thing actually stops working because the center bronze filter in the bottom takes more pressure to push through that filter than it does to blow the balloon up. So it actually stops my production as far as down there. But when I hook it up to the engine will suck the gas through the whole system no matter what. So it works really good. Oh yeah, I made this is a spark arrestor. It's just a normal pipe fitting in the center here. And I took two end caps. They were just blank, and I drilled and tapped them, and I put these fittings, the hose barb fittings, in both sides, okay? And then on both sides of them I've got center bronze filters that I've been talking about. I'll show you one. I have one right here. Let's see. Don't mind my mess, it's a little messy in here. Damn, I just took it out, so set this back on the floor. Oh, there it is, that's why. That little dog food dish works good for a stand. It works really good. Okay, here's the centered bronze. And I got these, what these are is old carburetor filters. They go inside the carburetor where the line comes out on a carburetor. You can get them at any auto parts store for like $2. And they work good. They work good in the bottom of your bubblers because it blows little bubbles, which purifies the gas as it travels through the water. And but the one thing that is, you can see inside here, see it's tapped so it can thread onto something. Well, that was not like that. I did that, and I'll show you what I did. I built this tap, which is kind of crude, but what I did was I machined the end of it out, so there's a big hole in there, and I cut the end off so it fits. It couldn't go in that far if you looked inside here. Sorry, the focus is not working with me here. So you can't go in very far. It's got that nub that sticks up in the center, and if I flip this over, it's got the hole. It's not a hole through, but it's just the way they're built. What I did was I built that tap, and then I actually tapped this down in there. I can't put it on there with one hand, but so then what I could do is I screwed this right on after I tapped these in. I screwed them all the way in, and I screwed this on the back side underneath here, so this gets screwed on to this fitting. So I screwed that on, and before I did that I put, it's a 700 degree copper gasket, forma gasket, and I put that all the way around that inside there, and then I screwed this down on top of there, and it works. I was surprised. I did have it flash back a couple times, but I also started my engine and had it backfire and backfire and backfire over and over and over, and it never flashed through there. So I don't know if maybe it got wet inside and then it started working better, but I'm pretty sure that I did have it flash through. Of course, it happened so quick. I got my bubbler, so it backfired, the engine did, so I I thought that it had gone through there, so I won't say that it's 100%, but it does work, and it's the best one I've had so far. And that's the ticket right there. And if a guy puts these on every unit on the way through his whole design, your chances of a flashback back to your main units is slim to none. It's probably not going to happen. But always be careful. I don't know, there you have it. I got these so I can just shut them off now. I don't have to screw around with my rewiring all the time. And I'll get my battery charger going again. And I don't know, that's it. I give you one shot of my room again. But it's a mess. But progress. It's looking good. I'm gonna get a couple more canisters, and mainly what I gotta do is build 2 more of these units. Then I can run that engine full time. I'm still guessing it's gonna be around 80 or 90 amps of power to turn a 250 amp alternator. So even if it takes me 100 amps and I've turned a 250 amp alternator, I still got 150 amps left to charge batteries coming out of that alternator. So that's the game plan. I'll be back soon. Thanks again. Bye.